challenge. Welcome back to my happy place. Yes, change of lighting. I did bring that light I was telling you about. I'll show it to you in a second. I kind of like it actually. So it's looking a little warmer right now. I gotta tell you, Thursday night, I've said it before, is my absolute favorite time of the week. Why? Not just because tomorrow is Friday, finally, but because Thursday night is the one night where I finally get to sit down and do some sewing, and that's when I'm filming Friday's video. It's my me time. I just got back from work about 45 minutes ago. I have my cup of tea, I had a snack, I'm relaxed, and I'm just ready to spend a good 2 hours in my little corner here, my happy place, my sewing room. If you scrapbook, if you, I don't know, whatever craft you're beading, sewing, any craft you do, you know what it feels like to finally be able to sit down and doing the things that you really love. If you don't have a hobby, pick one. I'm not kidding. Pick a hobby, all right? Ladies, we need our me time. And by me time, I'm not talking about waxing our upper lip, okay? I'm talking about, yeah, you laughing, those of you who are in your 20s. You just wait. You just wait. Something that would be rewarding, relaxing, that's really something that's just for you, something where you can get lost in your thoughts or just, you know, chill. Sewing can be very frustrating, but to me it is unbelievably rewarding and very soothing. Even though I curse, you don't see that on camera, but I curse my life away when I'm learning a new technique and I mess it up. But anyway, just a quick disclaimer, if you're brand new, welcome. I am not a seamstress. I do quilt, you know, these are my quilts here. So I think I'm pretty good at quilting, but I've never made garments before, and this is really my very first shirt. I'm doing Michael's M7838. I'm actually doing view D right here. And today might be the last video in this series because all I have to do is the ties that go around the sleeves and the buttons. I have picked this particular pattern to teach myself how to make a collar and how to do buttonholes. So two things I've never done before. Collar is done and I actually did pretty okay with it. I mean, it looks really nice, don't look too close, because I didn't understand the instructions, but now I totally get it. So the next one is gonna be even better. And we'll see what happens with the buttonholes today, because I have never used a buttonhole foot before, so that may be quite an experience. As for the ties, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them or not. I'm going to try to see what they look like. I think it's going to be too heavy. You never know. But anyway, you are in my happy place and I'm happy. Yes, I am. So let's get started. We're going to start with the ties. All right. I'll change things around. I want to show you what the shirt looks like as of now and what the lamp looks like that I was talking to you about and what I've done so far in here. 40 seconds at best. All right. We're not going to be spending, you know, a lot of time with me showing you what I've done. Okay, let's get started. So if you guys remember from last videos, I redid my little corner here, and this is what my sewing station looks like. And yes, I did bring a few things here and there. I still didn't move the stuff off the shelves here. I still have to do that. But anyway, I brought in my Barbies. They are street finds. And if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you've probably seen them already. So the one on the left is a midge, and it's a number 8, probably from 67. This is a number 5 bubble cut Barbie, and she's still in pretty good shape, except for the green ear, which can be removed. Takes a long time, but I'll work on it. And that one is from either 64 or 67. And then I have a little skipper here and a case full of clothing. Grandma Schiaparelli had to made it here because I think that really that's where it belongs. And that's about it. So this is the shirt that I'm currently working on. And today I have to make the ties that go on both sleeves. The color I made, when was it? Not last time, 2 weeks ago maybe. And then the buttons have to be put up today, and of course I have to do the hem here at the bottom. Everything is nicely organized. I'm super happy with my happy place. I'm going to blind you for a second. This is the lamp I was telling you about. It's a little crooked right now because the floor is crooked, remember? So this is all glass crystal things that need to be washed, but anyway, it gives me an additional light, and I think it looks very cute and feminine in here. So here we are, view D number 44. With the right sides together, fold the tie along the fold line, stitch, leaving an opening, trim. You can see here the leaving an opening. So one of the things that I wanted when I redesigned my space here is that I wanted a white top so that I have a better contrast when I'm working with fabric. So all they want you to do is to place this way, and you're going to fold it. It looks like it's going to be very long. But then again, it's got to go around the arm. So let's say the arm like this, and then a tie. We'll see. I don't know if I want to keep the tie or not. But anyway, we're going to leave about that much unsewn. And you just got to stitch all around here, all the way at the bottom here, stop, and then go back here and go all the way around here. I want to look at the drawing here, the illustration. There is no stitches past that little curve. Okay, so let me get going. I'm going to do both of them, and then when I'll come back, we'll move on to step number 45. So I have my two ties done, and what I'm going to do is cut off the little corners here, not by much, just a little bit, because remember these are going to come out once I flip it the other way around, and I don't want the bulk, so I'm cutting those corners. Right, I'm going to take my stiletto, and I'm just going to go ahead and flip them around. I got to find the area I did not do right here. So I just go in here, and just like you would do with some hosiery, so I have my tie nicely pressed. You see that? A pretty good angle. So now what I need to do is go back to where I had left an opening right here, and you see that the seam allowance is folded within, right? So it basically follows the same path, and I have to slip stitch, which is hand stitch basically this whole area here to close it off. So here I have my shirt, and this is the shoulder. I'm flipping this over. This is basically the underarm here, and all I have to do is fold I've got my needle here with me. Fold my tie in half like this. Find out where the middle is, and that middle goes right here at the armpit. Alright, so I have the bottom part of the sleeve, the top part of the sleeve, and then this is the shirt itself. And right here I'm going to tack it with about 6 or 7 stitches. They have to be pretty large. So I don't know if you can see, but this is my thumb moving here. I have my hand inside the sleeve, and I'm just gonna go ahead, put the knot on the underside. I want the knot dangling. I'm just going to tack this. Stitches are about 1/2 inch. I'm gonna do one, do another one, and then I'll do 2 in a different direction, just to give it enough strength. So here's 1 and 2. So if I look at view D on the pattern, here are the ties. They basically want you to tie this in a bow, an actual bow, like this. And on the picture there's not a lot of tail left. I don't have any arm in there, so it's not gonna look too good. I personally don't think I'm gonna keep the ties. There's different way of putting them. You can just go, you know, like this, leave them like that if you wanted to, or you can do a bow, or you can do, let's see, if I go like this, I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep these or not. I think it's just getting too fussy. So once I'm done with the button, we'll see what it looks like once I have my arms in it, because right now I'm not impressed with the bows. I didn't pick this shirt because of the bows. I picked this shirt because of the bell sleeve. So I can do without the bows, and they are tacked, you know, with regular thread. They're not sewn or anything, it's just tacked. So it doesn't really matter. I can remove them really easily. I think I like the shirt without the bows, but we're gonna try both anyway. Here are the buttons that I've picked for this. These are mother of pearl type buttons. I'm gonna get my button foot, and what I'll probably do is get some fabric that I have left, which is not a lot, and make a few tryouts first, because never done it before. So this is a buttonhole foot, and basically what you do is that in this little piece right here you place the button, and with the foot of the machine, you'll see that in a second, it basically creates the buttonhole. No, it doesn't cut the hole, you have to do that, but it creates the embroidery around the hole, which is going to be the same size than the button you put in there. So you can have a button up to this size, which is, I'm not sure, let's find out. 1 inch. I can do a button up to 1 inch in diameter in this. So let me get my little manual here, because I have to learn how to use this little gizmo. Figured it out, not hard at all. Okay, so first things first, you're going to place your button in that little slider right here. All right, so whatever button you've chosen for your shirt, and you place it in there. Whoops, hold on. Okay, and you lock it in so that it doesn't move. So that's going to indicate the size of the buttonhole. Next thing you do is you place your foot on the machine. Now you see there's a little metal bar here. All right, this is where you're going to place the shank of your machine. All right, now The button has to be in the back, just in case you're not sure. Don't put the button in the front, it's gotta go in the back. The next thing you need to do is go on your machine and figure out of all of your codes here, which one is for buttonholes. On my HC 1850, my brother, it's number 35. So you just go ahead and you change your numbers here, 3 on this side, 5 on there, and it will automatically put a setting for the stitch length and height. All right, so just put it on 35 if you have this machine. If you have a different machine, check your manual, I don't know, or you know, whatever you have here on the side. I wouldn't know what number it is, but for this machine it's number 35. Then you have to get the buttonhole accessory that's right here, and I'm going to pull it down. There's a little thing here on machines that comes out. Okay, and it will tell you up, down, right? Well, you can't see it. And let me use this. It would say right here, arrow up or down, and then it will show you kind of like a buttonhole little graphic. I don't know if you can see that. But what I've learned is that you'll see there's a little piece of plastic here that belongs to your foot. This part right here has to be placed behind it. So you pull it all the way down and you put it behind it. Because what happens is that the space between that little pull to move the button up and down, right, so that you have space, is 1 bar. And then you have a bar over here. So these 2 bars are basically blocking this. It can only go, this thing can only go in between the 2 when the machine goes back and forth. You'll get it when it's in function. I'm going to do a sample. So it basically tells the machine when to reverse. So I'm just going to plant my needle in here, and you have nothing to do. It goes on its own. All right, so let's get started. And you'll see what happens when the foot will move forward. And you'll see what happens when this part here hits that little plastic in the back. It will basically signal it to go back forward. I'm going slow so you can see. And when it reaches the end, it will stop on its own. You see that? I did not move my foot off the pedal. It just basically stopped on its own. So it's following its own pattern. So let's see what it looks like. And here we have a buttonhole. So all you have to do now is take your seam ripper, and right there inside your buttonhole you're going to plant and you rip. And here is the buttonhole. How about that? Let's make another one so you can see from the side. And the reason why I'm showing you the other side is because I really want you to see how this little piece of plastic here and the one in the front are the ones telling the foot when to move backward and forward. So let me plant my needle and let's go. And here goes another buttonhole right here. So let me rip inside like this, and here it is. So the button should be able to go in, which it is, and then once it's in front of it, it won't be able to poke out, but I can pass my button in and out because it's the right size. So that's all nice and good, but how does it translate on the shirt? All right, well, they give you a template, okay, which I'm gonna pull out. When we did the band, they gave us a template, remember? I was showing you right here. Button, and then where you place the buttonhole. Okay, but I know by experience that because I have a lot of conversation in this area right here, if I don't put a button right there in the middle, I have a big gap and you can see my brassiere, right? So I'm gonna put this back properly. And I know that one of the button is gonna go, first of all, I'm a lady, so the buttons are on the left, the buttonholes on the right. So I'm gonna need to do a buttonhole right here. I'm marking this here. Now the buttonhole that goes on the neckband is not vertical. It's a horizontal buttonhole because of the way the neck pulls. Now I'm gonna look at what they have here, and they placed a button hole every 3 inches. So I'm gonna just go ahead and mark where I want the one right here. This is the one that's gonna go right on my chest, and then I'm gonna move 3 inches, and one is gonna go right here. I'm gonna mark this, and then 3 more inches, and one is gonna go right here, one here, and then another one right here. They all have to be centered, alright? You gotta make sure you're not crooked. Okay, right here, here. Alright, so all my buttons are marked, and I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 button. Let's go to the machine. So I'm on the machine, I have my button there. I'm gonna start with the one at the bottom. Let me find my shirt. Okay, so foot is on. I'm gonna find my first blue dot, which is right here, and I'm gonna put my blue dot right there in the middle of the little window that's here. Close that, plant my needle, and let it do its thing. So I have all my buttonholes done. You can see that here and here and here. And now I'm going to put the buttons in, and those you sew by hand. So you just place your band where it belongs. Your button is going to go here. So I'm just going to place it right behind it. Oops. And hold it in place. And just go ahead and sew my button. And that, I gotta do it by hand. So this is the first button that goes. There we go. Now for the bottom hem, I'm doing exactly the same thing that I did for the bottom of the sleeves. I am folding at 5/8 and then folding again into the crease. And yes, there is such a thing as a hem foot. I just don't have one. So I guess I'll have to order a hem foot at some point. My issue right now is that I'm trying to figure out how to ease the hem, and I'm not sure how to do that because it's curved, right? So if I go here, let me press this. I have a curve that I need to follow, and this is, as silly as it sounds, this is actually a very difficult task for me because I don't know how to iron at all. But I will learn eventually. Okay, so this is where it meets with the other one. So let me fold this. What do they mean by easing? Okay, this I can do. So this one is good. Let me fold this one over. It'd be so much easier if I had the foot. I should have ordered it. I will, and they come in different sizes too, so you can have different size hem. I'm trying to get it so that it doesn't pucker, like it makes a little pleat as I'm going through the curve, like here. So this is the part that needs to be eased, but what do they mean? I guess you spread it around in a way where the pleat is kind of, oh, okay, alright. Alright, you just gotta basically fold it in a way where you don't have a pleat, so you have to kind of spread the fabric, stretch it one way or the other. Okay, so I have it now. So to sew the hem, I'm going to use a walking foot, because there's parts of the hem, in particular at the bottom where the band is, that are folded over and are very, very thick. I'm afraid they're not gonna go through the regular foot. But if I use the walking foot, I should be fine. Ta-da! The shirt is done, and I'm pretty happy with it. Boy, did I learn a lot with this one. So I'm going to try it on, of course. I gotta be honest, I don't think I'm going to keep these. It's too much. It's not that it's too feminine or too cutesy. I don't see the point. Really, they're kind of weird. Now, it looks like it's not positioned properly. I have to change the sizing on that mannequin. I do. I had to change the sizing on the neck. I have to change the sizing here. But otherwise it's done. So the hems are done on the sleeves, and here's the hem on the bottom. The one thing I did and changed a little bit here on the collar is that I did do a finishing stitch all along the bottom part. I don't think you can see it, the bottom part here, because all of this, if you remember, I had done it by hand and I really didn't like the way it looked. So now it's more finished and definitely gonna last longer. Another problem is the back of this buttonhole here and this one. I don't like the way they look, but the machine was getting all tangled up. I don't know what that was about. What else? What else? And I think that's it. Everything else is pretty much good. And the back is looking pretty good too, but it's kind of like weird here, but I think again it's because I didn't position it properly. So yeah, I have a nice curve right here. This definitely needs to be sized down, and that's it. I have a shirt. Are you ready for this? Yes, it's actually Saturday and I'm filming this the following day because I wanted you to see the true colors and daylight. So here it is. I made this shirt. And if you're on Instagram, I'm sure you've already seen it because I posted it. But here is the shirt. You guys tell me, what do you think? So Have I learned a lot? Oh my goodness, yes I have, a ton. I've learned a ton. I've learned that I've learned how to make a collar and how not to make a collar. I've learned how to make buttonholes, and that my machine is very picky when it comes to buttonholes. I've learned how to make a hem, which I've never done before. I've done it here and here at the bottom. Hold on, let me pull the pants a little bit because they're already falling off. They're brand new. I've learned to do a pleat, and I still don't know how to ease. I know how to gather, but I don't know how to ease. It's a concept that I'm having a hard time with. But I think the next one will be much better. I'm glad I put a button right here. That way I don't have any gaping. I could open it probably one more button. What do you think? Okay, let's play sexy and have one more button. I removed the ribbons. You saw that, the ties, and I tell you why I did that. Because and nobody got time trying to figure out how to do this by yourself. Single ladies out there, you're not going to be able to do those ties by yourself, right? In the morning when I go to work and I'm wearing this, I'm not going to ask Scott to do the ties for me. First of all, they're not going to look like if I was doing them, because he's a guy and you know it's not a big deal for them. A bow is a bow. And I thought it was kind of like too heavy and ridiculous. But anyway, this is the shirt and it does fit me, and to be honest, I think it's too big. I could probably work it out a little bit here to give it a little bit more of, you know, a waist. Right now it's more like old barrels of here. But I did a pretty good job. Now, does it have flaws? Of course it has flaws, because this is my very first shirt. But gosh darn it, I'm pretty proud of myself. I think this looks really cute. I'm dying of heat right now, okay? Because I had to turn off the AC. But I think it's wearable. It's totally not ridiculous. It's very nice. It's the wrong pattern. I don't know if you can see that, but right here I have a leopard skin type pattern. So it's very obviously the wrong pattern for this. But with a pair of blue jeans and even capris, it would look really nice. So I made this. Now, giveaway. Because I told you I was going to do a giveaway. Alright, so if you want to learn to sew and you have a machine and now you know how to make this shirt, okay, I'm doing a giveaway for the pattern. So how are we going to do that? I'm not sure. Alright, so in order for you, so leave a comment down below. Let me know that you want to be entered in the giveaway to get the pattern, and I'll contact you and I'll send it to you. I'll have Willie just randomly pick. You can leave a comment anyway, but if you want to win or be part of the giveaway, just let me know, enter me in the giveaway. I just don't want to go to the blog and do a monkey thing, whatever they call it. It's just too much. I don't have time. So let's just do it through the comment section. Here it is. Now, flaws. All right, because there's flaws. All right, I have a pucker right here. Because, you know, it's my first, no, that's not my first sleeve. But anyway, I got a pucker right here. I don't have any here. And I think I have one on this side in the back, somewhere around here. Do I want to undo it? No, because I want to keep it this way. This is how I am learning. Plus, if I undo it, it's a guarantee I'm going to zip through the thing and tear something. So that's the shirt. I made this. I'm super excited. Listen, I'll say it again. I am not a professional seamstress. I am learning to sew, and I'm learning to sew by myself. So nothing that I'm making right now is going to look 100% right. I don't expect it to, because I'm learning, and that's exactly the journey that I want to go through. Making mistakes, correcting as I go, and learning. So that way the next time when I make this shirt over, except that I'm making the pattern that has the sleeve gathered here, and then there's a cuff, right? I'll have the collar done properly. I'll have probably the gather and the ease done properly. I'll have my, what you call it, the hand foot. I just ordered 3 sizes for the machine, so I'll have the hand foot. It will go faster. So as I do the shirt over and as I make more shirt in the future, they're gonna get better and better and better. But like I said, for the first time, this is not bad at all. I know that some of you look at this style and think it's absolutely ridiculous. Listen, you're not wearing it, I am, okay? So no problem. That's no problem. Okay, I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed this series. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs up if you like the shirt and this particular pattern. If you want to win your own pattern to make this very same shirt, comment down below and add at the end of your comment, please enter me in the giveaway. And then Willie will pick, we'll do it until September 15th, my birthday. On September 15th, I'll pick somebody and I'll contact you and I will send you the pattern. Remember, the pattern is American. It does have metric system in it, but it's all written in Spanish, I believe. Is it? I think it's Spanish and English, I'm not sure. But you'll figure it out because now you know how to do it because I showed you. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye. Hey, it's me, and guess what? Click that thumbs up if you really like this video. Thumbs down twice if you didn't. You can also share my video if you really liked it, or save it to watch later. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, but don't forget to click that bell button so you are always notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching.